So, okay. Happy Friday, everyone. Thanks for joining us here. As Dina pointed out, my session is called Extra Extra here, all about the Stanford Report redesign. That's my Newsies reference for a news website. So, LOL. Let's see. Here's my agenda. So I'm going to start off by just giving everyone some context on the goals and outcomes of this project. I know we've done different folks on our team have done different presentations to different groups of people about what we've been working on and all that stuff. But I'm sure there's people here that have no idea what we're working on. So I'm going to set the context with some generally some slides that I've taken from other presentations, so you can kind of understand where we're at and where we're going. After that, we'll look into some of the research we did before we started the design process, talk a bit about more of the specifics around the design process. I'll give a design tour, click through some Figma prototypes that I have, and then we'll have a few takeaways and then open up for questions. So this is me, Justin Rent. I'm senior UI UX developer in University Communications. That's my title. I've been working here fully remote from Keene, New Hampshire for the last 3 years. Generally, I'm a designer and front-end developer. A lot of my previous experience, I was a graphic design undergrad, so I have a lot of professional graphic design related experience and transitioned myself into development. Somewhere along the way, my most recent position before coming here to Stanford was front-end developer at a web agency, a Drupal agency, remote Drupal agency. So outside of this work, I gotta say, I say it all the time, but I'm lucky that I really honestly and truly enjoy the work that I do. So I know it's hard. Work-life balance is a thing, and I get that, but I do love the work I do. But I also love my family. I love to be outside. I love music, and just like most other good developers, I love video games. So we'll start with some context again. A lot of this, so where we're kind of starting here is like, and where we're ending up, we'll say, is essentially an evolution of a series of websites that have been created over time and informed by sort of an ongoing and cumulative body of research in different ways, some UX research in different points in time and different methods, but also a lot of content research around, UCOM does polling around issues that are important to the university. So we have all that type of information as well. So what you're looking at here is a screen grab of our news website, news.stanford.edu. This was launched, JB might correct me, but in early 2016. And, this is just, think of this as a central resource for all of the wonderful things happening on Stanford campus. We generally say this is an external facing audience website. That was a homepage. This is just an example of a story layout from that website. What you see here is Stanford Today. So this was launched in December of 2020. Generally was a response to the proliferation of messaging during the pandemic. Lots of messages, ideas, things coming from all different types of people and departments and everything. And I think it started to create a lot of noise. So this is an effort to distill into a place for people, mostly we'll say internally to Stanford, to come and see messaging about the current situation, as well as feeding in some of the news and storytelling that we publish in news on the news.stanford.edu website. Story page on that. And you can see generally from a design perspective, kind of took the news website, gave it a sort of minor-ish facelift, like changed the things we needed to do, and made sure we could launch it in a timely manner. Around September of 2021, we renamed Stanford Today Stanford Report. There's the long tenured, Stanford Report is a long tenured communications vehicle within the university. So it seemed to make a lot of sense, a lot of messaging coming from email. It seemed to make a lot of sense to align and integrate the web product with the email newsletter. So we made steps towards that, changing the name at one point, and then also starting to align things a little more. We redid the masthead for the email, so we incorporate that to the website. And we did at this point what we called some, what do we call them? Short-term optimizations. So we were just kind of trying to modernize the site without diving into an entire redesign, because we knew it was coming. We were already in the discovery process for this enterprise comms project that the redesign is part of. There's a story page from that. So here's the big picture when I talk about the enterprise comms project. What we're developing here is an enterprise technology stack to support the Stanford's communications and marketing functions. And where we're going to focus on in this redesign is really within this box here, the SR web and the cross-site search. Those are the main things that we spent our design time, effort, and resources on internally. These are the technical project goals. These are taken from, again, other presentations we give. So they're not specifically design goals, I would say, but all of the design goals obviously were born out of these top level goals. So generally from a design perspective, we were very interested in reducing the amount of off-site links. We want to create an environment where we have a singular Stanford voice for this high-level news and messaging and storytelling. We want to present that unified Stanford news destination. And then we wanted to do things, of course, like many redesigns, improve readability, modernize the presentation of the content, and things like increase the time on the site. We'll talk about a little bit about personalization here, but being able to provide smarter, more informed recommendations to the users as they're reading and navigating the site. So the outcome of this project is here. You can see the new website and the search. So those are two products we're working on in conjunction that sort of give us the entire outcome here. The third piece of it, the content hub, is definitely a major part of the project, but just there's no time to cover that here. But I can say that our technology partners have designed and built us a very nice UI for that purpose. So a little bit about our preliminary research. Again, we've had a lot of cumulative, again, UX and sort of content-based polling information around content topics and things and different perspectives on the UX of the existing sites. So we didn't dive into that side of things for research before this project. We focused more on our internal stakeholders. So we needed to build a publishing system for our team that would allow them to aggregate the content and present the content that we're creating in this new light. So what we did was we took the current site, we did a series of feature audits. By we, I mean my colleague Brooklyn Moore. I believe she's on here. She did an amazing job documenting out all of the features of the current site. At the time, there wasn't end-to-end documentation. There was bits and pieces and people's memories, but we really needed to spell it all out to see what the current state was. Once we had all of those audits created, we created what she recommended, and we created what we called a MOP spreadsheet. So MOP stands for modify, omit, and protect. So we listed out all the features, and then we had interviews with our editorial team to ask them simply, what do you want to keep? What do you want to change? What do you want to get rid of? Went through every single feature, checked it off. Where we needed to modify things, we took notes, omit, leave it, protect, etc. Also within this period of time, we did some vision and competitive analysis documentation. So the director of the content team thoroughly laid out her vision for what she was expecting from this process. So it was great for us as a design team to have those thoughts in front of us as we started. And then also helped by creating, I mean, it's not really in our environment, it's not really a competitive analysis. It's more of like a peer or inspirational analysis. So looking at other university news websites, looking at high traffic news websites like New York Times, et cetera, and just noting out things, features, functions, presentations that were of interest to any and all of us. So from there, we dived into design. So I know a lot of people are either in small teams. There's probably a variety of people on this call, large teams, small teams. We were a small team. So really in terms of the people doing the design work within our own department, it was myself and Brooklyn. So that's just two people, obviously a lot of work for two people. We went through all of that research and we did, we'll say most of the wireframing based on those, that research we had, just to get an idea of, the blueprint. We create wireframes, obviously, as a blueprint for where we're going. So we did a lot of that internally. And then we brought in partners from web services. We had Ali and Carrie work with us pretty much from that point on until development started. Can't say enough great things about either or both of them. Was super helpful. The way we kind of structured the work was inspired by a blog post I'd read years ago from an agency called Sparkbox, and they had this blog post about the chisel and the hammer approach that they take. So the idea is that you have a person who's using their hammer to hammer out all the big picture stuff. So taking in all this information we have, these audits, these feedback and all this stuff we have, and really just trying to figure out what is this, like, where are we going? What is this going to look like from just a big, broad level? How can we modernize things? How can we tackle some of these unique challenges, things like that? So we would have generally, it was great. We would have Ali work through a lot of that hammering stuff. She would be hammering out this big picture stuff. We didn't want to use her time to attend a bunch of review meetings, though. So we would work together. And then once we got towards knowing what we needed to distill it down for our approvals, generally I would take that on and chisel that to get it to the presentation level, allowing her to sort of continue in that hammering phase of just moving on to the next thing and trying to keep that process going. We also brought in, at some point in time, we attempted really, I'll say, to bring in two designers from our technology partner. We had a trouble with this. They were located, as you see here, one in the UK and one in Australia. And just on board, when we were so intimately into this project at that point, we had a hard time onboarding people who were in completely different time zones than us and just trying to make sure the work didn't stop and what was needing to get done got done in time. So we were using them mostly to work out responsive, mobile tablet situations of the desktop designs that were created. So as far as the review process, I know this can be another sticking point for a lot of design projects, and I think we did a really good job with this part of it. We did have a pretty rigorous review process. We had 3 tiers. So the first tier was that we just worked really closely with the director of the content team and made sure everything we were doing was aligning with her vision and that everything we were going to show at the next level was actually, she was comfortable with. So we worked closely with her, and then we went up a level to the AVP and then up another level to the VP. How we managed that was we looked at and we scheduled all these reviews with the VP on her calendar. And then we backed out and based our activity on what we had to show her at those sort of milestone meetings that were on her calendar. And those meetings were not only for review, but to literally get approval on the call. There was no email me the comps and I'll get back to you in a couple of days. We cut all of that out and just really streamlined the whole thing to say, we're going to get approval. There were times when things couldn't be fully approved and we went back and made corrections at that point. But that really, I think, scheduling everything out and basing our deadlines and activity on that was key to getting through what was a lot of work done in a very short amount of time. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to try to switch my screen share and give you a little tour. Sorry, give me one moment here. Okay, sorry, sorry for the blip. You can see my Figma screen now, I assume. Good. Okay. Too many things open at once here. Sorry. Okay. All right. So let me go over here. Start from the beginning. So this is just prototypes in Figma. At different points along the way, we had to create sort of like an end-to-end clickable prototype. So that's what we're looking at here. Obviously, not the live site. We are in end-to-end testing now, so I don't want to mess any of that process up. What you're looking at here is an example of a home page. I'll just scroll down and show you just so you can see the general presentation of content. We have places obviously for highlighting stories. We have a place for highlighting events. Videos is a big thing. We've, as a lot of people, been doing a lot more video content. So we want to make sure we had special places to pull video out. Specifically, a nice way to incorporate messages from our leadership. And again, highlight a lot of what we're trying to do is really work with the visual media we're given as well as the written media, because we get a lot of good photography and video. So we want to make sure that's highlighted as best as possible. We have, in terms of the personalization aspect of things, we have a preferences menu in the top right. And you can see up here that the user is able to select their affiliation. The previous site, the only navigation that was available was a persona-based navigation. And from our analytics, we could tell that that wasn't incredibly highly used. So we didn't want to use that. We were more interested in presenting a topical navigation for the site in general, and then giving the user the opportunity to personalize the content for them if they choose. So you could see between this general homepage and when I click the persona, we get different content. The events move up. The announcements that are relevant to that audience move up. We have the ability for our editors to curate these pages for those audiences if they choose. So they can place student-related content where and if it needs to be. We can also pull in specific messaging from leadership, what might be more relevant to a student or a faculty member, as opposed to just broad institutional messaging. We'll say maybe just specifically only from the president and provost. If we go to a topical landing page, we can organize by, we did a lot of taxonomy work as well. So we've organized this around 4 main topics and then a relational model therein of different, bunch of different topics related to these top 4. Similar ways, but of course, as many websites, we can move things up and down on these pages as we see fit. We have ways of highlighting podcasts, different types of content that we didn't really focus on much of our effort on in the past, but there's a lot of activity within Stanford, like podcasts and book publishing. So we've incorporated ways that we can make sure that those efforts and those types of content are highlighted. We have better ways of presenting video than we did before. Any of these topic pages roll up, any of these taxonomy terms roll up to a topic page where there's we also offer a topical based navigation once you're in your topic of interest. If we go to a story, here's another way of presenting photography. Sometimes we have a story that's really photographs and not words. So we have ways of presenting more photo stories than we did in the past. Book highlights. If we look at a story page now, this is what we've been calling a basic story. So you could think of this story page as a sort of not run of the mill, but a day-to-day. This is where we put our general news in these sorts of templates. Again, ways to really highlight the media up top, so making things a little larger and giving our videos and photographs more space. We've added components like this in brief, where we're pulling up the main topics of each story to the top, so that if a user doesn't make it all the way to the bottom, hopefully they at least got the main ideas from this in brief. On the right, you can see we have subscribe. Stories for you over here goes back to personalization. The way we have this set up right now is this is the most highly personalized component, where it should take in not only the topic of the story you're viewing, but also where you've been on the site, we'll say, and what persona you may have chosen up here in the preferences. Popular stories are ranked lists of stories. So referrals to content. Previously, the referrals to content were, we'll call it low-level programmatic. Like they might be related just to that term, and we give you the next 3 things related to that term. We have a lot more queries with using our search that I'll show in a moment to populate these areas of content, again, where we can base that on other factors. We can layer parameters on that aren't just the topic at this point. Go back one step to and I'll scroll up to show you this is what we call a feature story. So we have room to create stories that are more rich in media. We have developed a bunch of components for presenting stories that maybe take a longer time to create or curate. There maybe is more photography, there's maybe more video, there's more long tail processing creating these stories. So we've given them a venue. And in this case, I think of this as like the center spread of a magazine. So these are the stories where there's usually more art. They're less obstructed by other pieces of content, maybe in sidebars and things. So we've taken the sidebar off of these pages and allowed the content to really be the focus, like the story content to be the focus of these. There's ways to relate stories, ways to pull out facts and quotes and such, different layouts for adding photography. And there's a couple different styles of that. We have our site navigation and then our site search. So if we search, we have a brand new search interface. Our current search was Google Custom Search, which has very limited styling even, but also technical capabilities. Not a whole lot we're able to configure with Google Custom Search. This product allows us very, very fine-grained control over the search experience. We're not only indexing the content from our news website, we're also indexing content from all of the news, or many of, I should say, the news centers on different websites around campus. So as you first land on the page, the results are going to be from Stanford Report website. we have added this toggle here where you can actually turn this on, and it will display results from all of the news centers that are connected to the search. So not only will you get Stanford Report results, but you'll get results from any, again, of those news center websites from those different schools and things around campus, presented all here in a unified search. We've done a lot of mapping to taxonomy terms, so everything kind of fits into the taxonomy, is easily filtered within our filtering mechanism. And we also have tabs. So the initial tab is just news results, so stories, but we have tabs for specifically video and podcasts where we've indexed all of the YouTube channels necessary for, again, all those newsrooms, and then any podcast publishing, we'll say, entities around campus should all be pulled into our search. I think one thing I forgot, and I can't remember where my clicky click is. So we've also, an important aspect is that we've also developed the site and designed the site to work in both light and dark modes. So another element of personalization, I believe I know.
I think it might be on the basic story.
That's thank you.
Yeah,
that's where I knew it was somewhere. So the light dark mode is initially determined by the user's device settings. So whether it's your phone or your laptop, if you're a dark mode user, the website should load initially in dark mode for you. You are able in the preferences menu to change that if you prefer to read your news in light mode, but look at other stuff in dark mode. So that's available to you. And it is stored in a cookie. So if you come back, if you change it to light mode, you come back, you should still be seeing the news in light mode. I think we're at 2:30 now. We have till 2:45. I think that's probably a good portion of the design to talk through. I'd like to ask Linnea if I've missed anything, but I don't think I have really. We of course have months and months and all kinds of things we could look at, but I mainly wanted to give the highlights here. Oh, one other thing, back to the personalization, sorry. Is if we look at the menu, a small thing we did in terms of personalization is if you turn on the personalization, I think it works in Figma, but maybe not. Doesn't look like it. We've tailored some of these supplementary navigation items to the persona. So on the general audience page, these extra links will display of, admissions, events, giving. But when you switch to student or faculty staff, we present more relevant links, we'll say, too. So we link in case of a student, we'll link to VPSA, VPGE, those types of very, departments that are critical to their success. And then similarly with the faculty staff, we'll link to like Cardinal at Work and those sort of important resources for the faculty and staff experience.
there's one other thing I'll share actually, Justin, as I'm thinking.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'm Linnea, a manager of this team. One of the big changes on the site, which you hinted at, is that we're publishing a lot more natively in the site. So old news.stanford.edu and Stanford Report to some extent as well, websites were kind of link farms heading out to other places on campus. And I was in those sites recently, and I realized that I immediately was shipped off, and the site itself kind of lost its purpose as soon as I was off the site. And so one of the goals and value propositions of this project is that we will be able to have content sources from all across campus published in whole, in entirety, so that we can then overlay those recommendations and that personalization and all of that functionality that we're investing in here with the stories that not only the university communications team is producing, but also the stories of all of our colleagues here on campus. So that's a big change here. We're calling it parallel publishing. We're letting the resident teams maintain canonical URL, but that's going to be a difference for how this site is from how the existing sites function.
Yeah, thank you, Lene. And that's I mentioned earlier about our content hub as a sort of pillar of this whole thing. If we had more time, I'd be happy to go into that, but that's kind of where that all comes in, is we now have a pipeline connected to partner news sources that we can go in and pull content from right into our right into our environment. And then again, those are now intermingled with all of the other content that could be or could not be related, so that our like algorithms in the recommendation areas can pull from all of that content instead of just like full content that we've, as in UCOM, have published, which is pretty cool. All right, I'm going to stop this share. I'm going to go back to my slide deck for just one slide. I promise it's just takeaways, so I wanted to hit that, and then I will stop. Okay, back here. And just a few takeaways. I'll run through these so we can ask some questions. But the takeaways, the main main takeaways for me were use the system or create the system. So I would say that Decanter is an extremely valuable resource both for design and development. And I think one pickle we got ourselves into was we definitely used it and had intended to use it fully from the beginning. But with the time crunch we were in, it's easy to dive into something and just want to get the approval or show someone something, and just kind of do the minimum just so you can show someone something. But I would recommend starting off by seeing what the system has to offer, intending to fully use those bits and pieces that are most useful to you, and kind of slavishly stick to those while you develop out all the other pieces that maybe aren't accounted for in the system, thus creating your own system as you go along. I would also, number two is take the time for technical design. The entire review process, again, we really streamlined the way we got our approvals from executive leadership. What we didn't have time to do, though, was refine those for development handoff. And if we would have been more attentive to that all along the way, our requirements and UAT process and development, which we're wrapping up now, has been very laborious, we'll say. So in looking back, if we had spent a little more time to pixel perfect things to hand off to a third party, some of the trick there is that the third party doesn't know the intimate pieces of a system like we might be working with Decanter or something you developed. So more information, the better there. And Figma is a great tool. There's so much you can do with it. I will fully admit that I didn't look at every aspect that I should or should not utilize within Figma, but I know a lot more now than I did when we started. And there's a lot of tools in Figma to help you take care of some of those situations. Don't be afraid of the dark. I think dark mode, light mode thing is a very low level but impactful sort of preference that we can be using these days. A lot of people are. It's not incredibly difficult to do from a technical perspective, but just as similar when responsive design came along for designers, it is a sort of extra thing you have to work on. So plan for it, think about it. And I don't think our identity guide really accounts for that right now. So if you're doing something where you want to do that, reach out to us or the brand team in UCOM also, I think would be happy to help work through anything that might come up if that's an aspect of your project that you need some help with. Number 4, teamwork does make the dream work. Again, we struggled a little bit onboarding the partner designers. We had a fantastic experience, I think, with web services staff that worked with us on the design aspect. Worked really well. We had a lot of great collaboration time together. And just even in this remote environment many of us are in, we can do that. You just have to be a little more diligent about setting up those times for just mind melding sorts of sessions. And last but not least, I would say just keep it simple, stupid. It's a sort of an original design tenant, but all of the inspiration sites we saw when I looked at them and took, if you were to take all the images out of those sites, they're nothing more than text on a page. So, it's like, let the visual media speak for itself. Don't overdo things. As a designer, I know my tendency is always to want to make the biggest wow, the biggest splash, but really set yourself a context that doesn't necessitate going too far out of bounds, I think. And focus on the main purpose. So yeah, I'll stop talking. I'd love to answer questions if there's questions. It looks like there might be in the chat.
I've been managing the chat for you, Justin.
Oh, okay. So
Put them
you've
together.
answered them all. Good. Thank you.
Do you want to talk at all about the identity in dark mode and kind of where we are with that?
Identity in dark mode. Sure.
Just
I
very.
wish I had yeah, again, I'm not aware of any other website in the Stanford network that is using dark mode like that. So sorry, my screen. I'm going to turn my screen share off. God. Opening. Hello?
Still sharing.
We got you, but you're still sharing.
Yeah.
Okay. It's weird. My computer is acting as though it's shutting down on me. So I'm going to stop the screen share. Okay. That's probably better. Yeah, so dark mode. I'm sorry about that. So I think I'm not aware of another website in the Stanford network that has that light and dark mode, especially light and dark mode based on preferences. Where we started with that from a design perspective was thinking about the different components of the page and which components might our editors want to have a dark background and light text as opposed to light text and dark, or dark text and a light background. But then we started to pull back and think about, well, that's a lot of overhead, I think, for an editor to not only think about what content they're putting in there, but do I want it to be light? Do I want it to be dark? What color do I want it to be? So I think for us, it was one way of relieving one aspect of that editorial team's like just mental burden and saying, okay, we're just going to do this at a preference level and leave it to the user. And in terms of the identity, the main thing I realized was that the black that's in our Stanford identity system is not like the true hex value of black. It's like a dark gray. And it was very clear from the start that it's almost impossible to get accessibility contrast with that as your base color. I mean, obviously white on that will work, but anything else is really hard. Becomes pastel. So we had to use, we'll say, the hex black, like a true RGB black. And, and then we were able to find colors that were accessible on that black background and things like that. So again, I if it's something that you're working towards, happy to talk through things we did or decisions we made. And, I'm sure we'll be working with the brand team to sort of maybe set some guidelines for folks as our time frees up from this project and try to get some information in there. Anything else I can answer? Any? Hit me. What I'll say is, a lot of you here are probably familiar, but I started here again 3 years ago in April. So it's been about 3 years and a month for me. And when I started 3 years ago, we were preliminary discovery for this project. So it's been we'll say 3 years in the making, not the design itself, but huge, massive project with all kinds of moving parts and pieces. And that's, I know, normal for a lot of us. Um, but it's refreshing to be getting to the point where we're actually gonna flip the switch. And just like a lot of it's quite a journey once you get to the end, but it's really not an end. We do have some things. Here's a good tidbit. Some things we didn't get to in the design. I was really hoping to incorporate. We didn't want to do heavy animation. I know that can be a hard issue to tackle, if for no other reason than accessibility, but we wanted to add in just some little flourishes of movement where we could, that wasn't obnoxious or didn't take away from the presentation that we'd worked so hard to sort of fine tune. But I think someone here might know better than me. Those kinds of things are hard to prototype in Figma as a designer. You can do a lot of transition stuff, like click here and this thing fades in or it moves in, like similar to like a slide deck. But if you want to like animate a line in Figma, it's not really something that you can do and then pass off to a developer and say, here's what I intended for that thing, right? So all along we had talked through, oh yeah, when this thing comes in, we should lazy load these images, or this line should draw itself as the user scrolls it into view. But of course, we had no prototype to show. We had when we got to the end of design and we started to create a requirements document for all of this design work that we did sort of spell that stuff out in there in words. But of course, words are difficult for a developer to just read and say, oh, okay, I get it. I tried What I tried to do was go to CodePen, since I'm familiar with how to do this stuff. I went to CodePen and try to recreate my little Figma component with HTML and try to do the thing. And I provided those examples. But I guess the lesson is that, if you really want to do that kind of extra layer, which you see more and more of on sites these days, you really do have to take a lot of time and special attention to really describe and prototype, and because often what's going to happen is you're going to get to development and that's going to be deprioritized because there's not enough information. There's a lot of other big issues to tackle, and that starts to fall by the wayside. So we have a lot of that type of stuff on the radar for post-launch, which it's probably good too. It keeps us busy. So we'll keep evolving over time. One thing I didn't mention in our audits was, one of the outcomes we found there it was like we found a lot of patterns that people were using. It was clear that people found ways of presenting stories that they preferred or that were whatever easy for them to do or whatnot, familiar. So we could see, luckily JB built a search into our current WordPress site where we can filter all the pages by which components are on those pages. So we were easily able to get a list of, okay, this component is used on 5 pages. This is used on 100 pages. So we could easily see like utilized, underutilized, right? And so in terms of our like mop exercise, that was great. We could already say like omit like all these things that you use once or 0 times. I'm going to guess that's an omit. So let's get rid of that stuff. Let's talk about the other stuff. But what we found there was either patterned utilization or 0 utilization. It was like kind of a one or the other, like very sort of binary thing. And I thought that was interesting, and I was very happy that we had the capability to go into the back end of WordPress and just see that easily, because obviously there's many systems, there's no way to get that sort of perspective on a component by component basis, in terms of utilization. I know we're like a couple minutes past, so
I was gonna say, we're at time, so I think we might need to call it, and thank you, Justin. That was great.
thanks for coming, everybody. I appreciate it. Reach out if you have more questions or need more information.